going to clear out that short sewers very quickly, so making sure there's no aggressive play out of the defense early on.
Yeah, just taking control of that part of the map, denying it to TSM, and also forcing out a smoke rather early here. And that was the only smoke they had, so now VP can just relax for a little bit, wait for it to clear, see that nothing else is put up, and they've got a lot more room to work with. Cajun, though, he was boosted up, and he takes down Snacks. A great way to start here for TSM, and a tricky play to begin with. That's going to be frustrating. And Dupree, long range, just tapping a couple of times, but he doesn't want to have them get too close. So again, TSM just trying to keep them at a distance here.
And Device didn't spot Pasha across to this side of the wall, so that's going to be very dangerous. If Pasha can creep up a little bit closer and explode with that Glock, that's that close range that you don't want to have to deal with on as a defender in the pistol rounds. Bomb with Taz, still just circling back towards the A bomb site to meet up with his team.
Oh, smoke goes down on the B side, but we know it's not going to happen there. It's up at A bomb site. Dupree, Device each picking up a kill. And by Ali and Pasha, what could they possibly do here? It's a 2v5. Make that a 2v4. Pasha still looking for more. He lands another headshot. They've got to be careful. That's 2 headshots, and he's got 4 bullets left. No way, Pasha. There's no way out of this. He's going to end up going down, and if he had stayed alive another 5 seconds, Ali would have been here right from behind, and he goes down to Sipnix. That's actually terrifying. If Bailey had been there another 5 or 10 seconds earlier, that could have been the round for VP.
Right, the clock was running down though. Pasha felt the pressure to try and do something to help that flank come to fruition. Either way, there's that range of the USPs that you talked about. That was a beautiful pistol round from TSM. It's a team ace. All of them get 1 kill, but they play the range and they just hit their shots.
And a really dirty way to start it off as well with that boost on Snacks, who was such a terrifying player. So to get him killed early on, has to feel good. There is a scout on Pasha, but it's going to be Taz with the Deagle to take down Cajun, and they're already pushing in and putting a little bit of pressure on that B-bomb side again, forcing those smokes out, and TSM don't have that many. Yeah,
and they're now down a man, so that's gonna spread out the defense a little bit, and if Snacks is just patient behind this, if he can find Dupree, that's going to be a scary situation, but still 4 members of Virtus.pro, actually 3 members towards that B-bomb site. Snacks and Pasha are just going to put some pressure on the A site from split, 1 long and 1 towards the bathrooms.
Pasha, a great angle for him to hold if someone comes and peeks, and actually Device does just as Pasha walks away, so that's a bit disappointing there, but still worth taking a shot. Are they going to try and look over there and smoke? There's about 45 seconds left. Dupree might not know it yet, but he's in a great position. It feels like they're going to try and rotate back towards the B bomb site with about 40 seconds left. Carrigan and Sipnix inside, and there's Dupree picking up the kill on Pasha, and Snacks, he's covering from behind, but they need to push. They've been found out now. VP, clock is essentially running down on them. Snacks gonna go for the fight. They're gonna double peek Dupree, and he drops. And now it's looking a bit scary here, 3v3. 20 seconds left. Bailey not gonna be able to do the damage, but there's Taz. Headshot once, not gonna get Device, but Carrigan goes down, and it's a 1v2. Device, the only man standing. 10 seconds. Can they get the bomb plant in? Bailey has the bomb. It's only 8 seconds, and now he's putting it down. Device trying to see if he can get in here and stop it, but now he's exposed. He's out in the open. It's an awful position. He goes down. Snacks with the double, and it's VP claiming it right back.
Yeah, beautiful shots from Taz throughout that round to open things up, and then 1 more kill early on. They played that so patiently, so confident in each other to have the teamwork, and their Snacks at the end, just distracting him long enough, but not committing enough to fall, and he's able to trade that kill off. So TSM just loses that second round. That's brutal. But now they forced by themselves. 3 CZs, they have the 5.7s, they have armor behind it, and they're getting aggressive.
And a wonderful double deagle kill there with from Taz as well, obviously opening up so much of the map. Very hard to deal with for TSM. But they're not going to give up these early rounds anyway.
No, and this is very patient. We saw Virtus.pro doing this on their anti-ecos against Fnatic last night. They were very much slower and more calculated, making sure they just don't get caught off guard by anything, such as a boost like they saw in the first round. They don't want anything sneaky or tricky like that to really hinder this round. So Kerrigan decides to get aggressive, and that's a nice shot onto Taz, an instant dink, and he cleans it up.
I really like that. Smoking up behind him, making sure Snacks is not going to be there too quick. Neo goes down as well. And Dupree with another 5.7 to drop him. Snacks can't see a thing. This right behind him. He's still flashed, and Carrigan will drop him. And this is a great start for TSM. I have no idea how they've got back in this position. Pasha finally getting a little bit back, but he's on 9 health. And then it might all be all up to Bailey here. 40-some seconds.
Yeah, and this is tough. This is so tough for Virtus.pro. Pasha's got so much to do, and Bialy gets cleaned up as well. These pistols have done magic for TSM in this round, cleaning him up. And now, what can you do if you're Pasha? All you really have to do, you have to go back and get the bomb. But there's 20 seconds left, and too many angles for him to clear. And I think Device is just going to clean him up for free here.
Wow. That is, that's a huge round from TSM, obviously, and not, you know, they're not one of the teams that's really well known for picking up these pistol forces. Usually Fnatic, usually Envy, the two teams we talk about in that sense. If they can start doing that, I mean, we've seen what it does. That's what happened to VP when they were playing Cobblestone against Fnatic. They really lost a lot of rounds like that.
That's kind of the difference in theories of how to play those anti-ecos, because if you play slow and spread out like Virtus.pro just did, that left a lot of room for individual players on TSM to get aggressive. You saw that coming down the stairs, and they were able to pick them off.
Device gonna be tagged a little bit there, and I think he heard the gunfire from an AK, so he's not gonna be sticking around too much longer, which I think is a decent idea, just falling back to a safer position. And VP, when we were still just only in the 4th round, they don't want to give up these early rounds. They want to keep fighting for them. They know that TSM's economy is still not quite good enough to support a loss here. But they show themselves on long and then walk back to B, it seems.
Yeah, and they've done some decent damage to Device, but I mean, you're going to see this kind of play out of Dupree and out of this defense on the A side throughout this half. They like to get aggressive out towards bathrooms early on. They don't want to give up too much space to Virtus.pro in the early stages of the round, but either way, that was the point of Virtus.pro coming over there as a team, put pressure on it, force them back towards the bomb site so they can't have any information. And now they've rotated back, so Cajun B is going to be in a tough spot here.
Well, definitely, Smoke's going to clear out. He is falling back behind the pillar, but they're all in the bomb site running in. Good shot there. As Snacks does go down. Sipnic's also trying to get in here, but they haven't reloaded yet. They're going to be running out of bullets soon. And VP, are they realizing it? 25 seconds, they plant right at the edge. But it looks like it's not going to be enough here. Pasha goes down and Taz to fall next. Is a good cleanup for Sipnic's, who picks up a couple of kills here. And an interesting bomb plant. It's not too often we see it planted on that edge of the bomb site in that direction.
I think you'll see it a lot in this half on Virtus.pro, because this is how TSM likes to defend that B bomb site. They're willing to give up that bomb plant just because they hold the water pit. They don't want to give that up. Once that falls to the terrace, if they're able to claim that, that makes the retake virtually impossible in equal man situations. So they just hold that pit, and it's kind of like a half retake strategy onto that bomb site where they hold the pit, and then when everyone else comes, they storm the site.
Well, that is going to force VP to play without armorers, at least a couple of pistols here, but it's not working out, and TSM being fairly aggressive across the map and just trying to deny it to VP. They line up for Carrigan, and he's going to take both those kills. Swift round, and it's done with. That's going to put us into the 6th round. What do you want to see out of VP this time, Moses?
I'd like to see something a little bit more aggressive towards bathroom, because they're going to have to establish that they can take that away from TSM early on. Like I said, TSM's going to be pushing up there. They're going to be playing in the stairs. They're going to be playing at those awkward angles, especially when they get an AWP on a device. But I'd like to see Virtus.pro just be very convincing in how they take that. You look at this from TSM one more time, pushing up towards Party, and even up these stairs towards Fountain. So this is very aggressive. Now they have so much intel. They can have quick flanks. They can rotate more defenders over to the B site.
And Device, I'm wondering if he has heard people run through already. They kind of need to use this intel for something, because VP are gearing up for a pretty fast B push here. So yeah, they're sneaking up behind them, but B still has to hold. It's Cajun and Sipnic's on here. Sipnic's goes down, Cajun's a fall next. VP, they might be getting flanked, but they have the whole bomb site, so it falls apart for TSM. 2 men down, Snacks is going to be dropped. The Device, he sees the feet there, Carrigan going down, which is going to leave Dupree and Device, and this retake's going to be almost impossible. Maybe economic damage is a better turn than throwing away these guns.
Yeah, and trying to save your own rifles, actually Device gets caught out though. That's really unfortunate. And now Dupree does grab one. And he's gonna stick around a little bit longer, but he's gotta be careful.
Yeah, this rifle is valuable for him. He's looking to do a bit more damage maybe to VP, sneaking on in and looking for a shot. He's gonna give it up and ends up running away. Gotta be careful with that bomb. The radius is pretty far here. He's just gonna survive. So 4-2, and I mean, that round came down to timing, surely.
Yeah, well, I mean, that round with everything that happened early on, that was all TSM's round. That was beautifully done by them. Up until the point, doesn't matter how fast those flanks come in. If you lose your 2 players in the site that quick, those entries came in for Virtus.pro basically at the same time and immediate. So immediately, Virtus.pro players can just turn around and watch their flanks. And so despite how quick it is coming, it doesn't even matter at that point.
TSM just not able to buy enough time in that B bomb site. I mean, they could have put down a Molotov somewhere or another smoke or anything really. The VP just forcing their way in. It's going to give them a really good shot at breaking the Danish economy early on here. If they can win this round, then won't be that much money left either. And I mean, B worked last time. Seems like they want to try something very similar again. Flashes, smokes go in, and look at that wall going up between the bomb site and the CT players. Snacks opening up on Carrigan. Still Sipnic's in sight, and he's going to take down Taz. It's a good refrag, but the bomb goes down. Those smokes just helping him do that. Now it's a retake coming in here for TSM, and they need to make it work. Sivnik's going to go down. Snacks jumping across the ledge and ends up dropping him. They have the man advantage, and that bomb is ticking. And Snacks, look at this position. How are they going to get him without exposing themselves? They can't. Snacks picks up a third kill, and now it's all on Device. AWP in hand. He's going to have to save it one more time. That was just a beautiful round from VP.
Yeah, it really was, especially Taz and Snacks, you know, being aggressive towards that water pit, and it looked like Xyp9x was going to hold that for a very long time, and that was a key kill that he was able to get early on, but Snacks just follows Taz through and trades it off. And that's the thing, once that water pit is lost, you can see that positioning that Snacks have. He can deny so many avenues of the retake for TSM, so it's a beautiful spot to gain control of as a terrorist.
Very, very tricky, because once you get far enough up to actually try and shoot him, you're going to be exposed from 100 different angles. That's twice now that strategy has worked. What can TSM do to stop that kind of push?
They're gonna, I mean, I like what they did in that first gun round when they pushed up and they had the quick flanks, but either way, they need to just concentrate on holding that. If they're not gonna be aggressive together past that wall of smokes that Virtus.pro is holding, they both need to be guarding that water pit. They at least need to hold that and play for the retake, because they did great damage leading up to that. It's just when Snacks finally took control of the water, it was all over.
Bit of a peek there. Taz probably a little bit worried as he had the grenade out, but Dupree not committing to the fight. And we'll see if TSM can make the adjustment on the fly. It's so hard to make adjustments to your setups once you're actually in the match, but TSM, they are a little bit more aggressive this time.
Yeah, and actually Virtus.pro might have had a bad read on this, thinking maybe it was an eco, but they've slowed it down a lot. This is how they played those second round anti-ecos that they had, or the third round, excuse me, but now they're finally going to put some pressure, although Cajun B, once again, with this kind of slow-paced pace, so many TSM players taking the advantage and getting close up.
He's got a lot of information, and this time it's on the other side of the map compared to the push they had over by the birthday area. It's looking like TSM should have a read on what's going on. Dupree's also fairly aggressive up in the restrooms here, looking for a shot on somebody, down to 14 bullets, and they're rotating back into Cajun. There's a lot of targets here. He's going to get the one, but Device also picks up Pasha. So favorable trade now inside the site. Xyp9x has to stay alive. Get a kill is great, but staying alive is the key factor here. Carrigan going down. Xyp9x, he picks up one, and Snacks is alone in a 1v3, and he sprays one, tries for a little bit more. He's looking for Xyp9x. He's going to run out of bullets. He gets the shot and just goes down to Dupree. That was scary. If he had another 10 bullets in the AK, it looked like he might have just continued there. Yeah,
or even just more time. I mean, Virtus.pro ran that down, but what a performance by Snacks there at the end. Even just that economic damage is so crucial, because TSM, you can see the impact it has. 2 FAMASes in their arsenal. Not the strongest weapon, and actually very light utility on the Xyp9x. So, but look at Virtus.pro's buy, all pistols. So they know they got it down to that one-on-one that Snacks with those 2 kills. That's why they're force buying here, because Snacks got those kills.
And they're going to go fast. That B-bomb side, they know it's weak. They've already won twice there. Now they're going to go for it. And Cajun drops Xyp9x headshot immediately. Grenade going to rain on in. And he's still alive just barely, but surely not for much longer. Taz is going to come and dig him out of that hole. And now it's a 3v4. The retake is on once again. It hasn't worked before. It looks like it won't work this time. Neo picking up the first kill of the game for himself. And Device now in a 1v4 has to fall back and save this AWP once again. He's playing it close. No scope leg shot does go through, but what could he possibly do? Is he really going to try and play for this? No way.
It's actually kind of his only option was to be aggressive towards that, and he's going to find Neo, but now he's been given up, and now he knows they're directly behind him, but he had to try and do something creative, but it's that close. Taz is going to win that battle. Great round from Taz, just coming up short, not even caring whatsoever, exposing himself to so many angles, but swarming that one player over towards Monster. This B defense for TSM is looking very disjointed. The 2 players there are not working together to stop these rushes.
Now, it's become evident in the last couple of rounds here that something is definitely not working out. They've got a heavy presence on the A side. They like pushing aggressive, and TSM are letting them. And then once they do, they just execute that B-bomb site, and it's looking rough at the moment. I'm glad to see that Neo also got a bit of that round, because he was at 0 kills, but you know, he needs to get back in the game as well. And once he does, who knows what will happen. It's by Ali to open up this round and take out Xyp9x. No armor, and nothing else really on TSM either. So we're probably going to be at 5-5 here. What do you think? How scared should TSM be right now?
They got to be worried. Well, I mean, once I talked about it at the beginning, once the team as terrorists get up to 5 and 6 rounds, they're feeling very, very happy on overpass. And there's plenty of time left for Virtus.pro to even build on that, especially with the weakness they've exploited at this B site. Now they're just going to move in on the Seeker round. Not much TSM can do, and they're just cleaning house.
Yeah, so much confidence. You see Bayali missing a bunch of shots, and he just goes on anyway. He knows they don't have armor, gets a triple kill, and puts VP at 5-5. And now TSM, they make the buy, but it's not a very convincing one, is it?
Especially not if Virtus.pro is going to go fast towards that B bomb site again. Now, you look at the tools that TSM has to slow it down. They have a couple smokes, but that's not going to stop Virtus.pro. Now they need Molotovs, they need flashbangs, and they need some nades into these choke points.
Quick Virtus.pro in through connector. And they're going to set up for another B, but this time TSM are a bit more aggressive. Can they make it work? No, Sipnix was flashed, and they're looking for another shot here. Karrigan, he takes a kill and then goes down, and Cajun ready to try and see if he can trade it, and he will be successful. Dropping Taz, next in line, Pasha, and it's a great effort here from Cajun B, bringing TSM back in the round. It's Bayali and Neo, and they're going to get the bomb plant. Let's see if TSM can actually manage a retake on this side. They've got the man advantage, and they're going to get that opening frag. So now it's all on Bayali. If you look at what happened yesterday, you can't really count him out. Monstrous performance against Fnatic 2, and he's got the health. He's got one grenade, and they have just a defuse kit on Cajun, who's very low on health here. So this could end up horribly with that HE grenade. We'll see. Ticking away, they put up the smoke, and he's going to go down to Dupree. But if he throws that grenade out, it's going to kill Cajun B, and that could have been the end. Yeah,
absolutely. But it was nice timing on that swing by Dupree, just as the smoke plumes and the diffuse click comes in. So distracts Bayali just enough to take his attention away from that play. And that's a huge victory. That was all Cajun B. Once his teammates at short died, he gives up Monster, he gives up that long path, and he just commits himself to pushing forward. That second kill was massive because he's able to reload, bide his time, and Virtus.pro couldn't chase him down from there.
So 6-5, a tiny bit of relief here as TSM survived the round with 2 members, and they're able to buy that AWP and device. Good grenade gonna rain in there and soften up Bayali and Taz. And the Polish team, they still seem so much on point.
Yeah, and you can see, you can see what Virtus.pro has done. These Molotovs on TSM are being used so early on in these rounds because they're so afraid of that early aggression out of VP. They've trained them to fear it.
And that's not how you want to play this game. You want to be the ones sort of dictating the pace and being in your own comfort zone. It's clear that that's not happening for TSM right now. Let's see if they can bring it back. I mean, if this finishes 10-5, still very much an open game, I would say. But if BP get more rounds now...
Well, they can't get this one, because that resets the economy for TSM, and that's too much. But Device, what a shot out of Neo.
Right above the head there. Just the top of his face just showing. Instantly going to go down. There's Cajun dropping Bayali as well, and Taz just going to get overwhelmed. Double peek coming in there onto short. Snacks finding an opening on one player, and he has the bomb as well, but about 25 seconds. If you can get a bomb plant, that would actually be big right about now, and he's trying, but Karrigan saw that smoke went up. He knew what it meant, and now it's going to be Pasha alone in a 1v3 now. He's going to get the kill, 16 seconds. Almost no chance at all, but he's got the AK in hand, and he's running to find Karrigan, who's hiding and just buying a lot of time. Great job on Karrigan there, not taking that fight early on.
Right, and you can see, actually, TSM winning these rounds where Virtus.pro goes a little bit slower. It seems like the strategies that Virtus.pro are running are 2 different mindsets behind them. One is that swarming attack they've had a lot of success with over towards B. When they slow things down and they try and find some duels, TSM's been winning those. And you look back even towards the second round, or the third round, when Virtus.pro had a very slow-paced, spread-out anti-eco. Even then, TSM able to just push up and find one-on-one duels that they were victorious in.
And this time it's pistol, armor, a couple of smokes and flashbangs, and they are going to go a little bit aggressive, maybe hoping to catch TSM pushing up on that side of the map like they have before. They're not going to find anyone here, so maybe TSM saw this coming as well. They are really scared of that VP tempo.
Right, but they have 3 players over towards A, so you're going to see Dupree aggressive behind this smoke on short. Karrigan throwing it so they can stay through it, but a nice pop flash. That's going to isolate Dupree, but him and Karrigan each get 1. These Tech 9s aren't doing too much. Dupree going to grab 1 more. Now this attack is pretty much eliminated. Great work by Karrigan and Dupree together.
Solid round, and they need it. They need rounds like these where they don't lose a lot of members, keep everyone alive, because they're going to need all the utility. You were pointing out, Moses, that they use those Molotovs so quick in the B bomb site, so they need to have follow-up flashbangs and smokes and everything else. It's critical right now. 8-5 in favor of TSM, who seem to have stabilized sort of a little bit in conjunction with with VP also slowing down their play.
Yeah, they've rattled off 3 straight now. So here's going to be the response. This isn't the greatest buy out of Virtus.pro. And instead of going back towards that B hit, they once again send 2 over towards the playground. They send 2 in the down the ladder over towards the stairwell, and just Bialy just lurking over at B. This is kind of like, it looks like they want to have Bialy lurking into this bomb site late on this kind of a strategy. But to do that, I mean, they have to have success at A to give him the space to work with on that solo play.
TSM, they're not giving up anything easily here. It's going to be hard to find a pick on somebody. Last time, Device sniped one player over at long, and this time they're playing so far back, even jumping behind the boxes to get the information. VP are going to have to come in hard to try and find these kills, but Dupree will drop down. Taz flashbangs, rain on in. Carrigan actually gets that shot on Snacks, even though he's flashed, and now it's not looking good for VP any longer. Carrigan with one more kill. Neo going to spray down one, looking for a second, and it's not going to happen. They will crumble once again, 9-5. And we're going to be going into the 15th round, last of the half.
That was actually really good by TSM because Virtus.pro playing the early rounds of that slow, and then all of a sudden you just see one smoke plumes over towards long to block off Device with the op, and they explode onto that site. That was such a sudden attack, and TSM just hangs on. That first kill gets the TSM defender down to red HP. If he had fallen there, that could have given a lot of space for Virtus.pro to just swarm around a Device who had that AWP.
Speaking of Device, playing a bit more aggressively here in the mid connector. So also we see some varied defense coming out from TSM. He's not going to stick around for too much longer, but just showing his presence and forcing VP to maybe slow down their play even further here. Scout, Galil, and Tech9, that's what they have to work with. And look at this, TSM actually going for a bit of aggression, although maybe they got spotted by Neo. I'm not sure if you could see them jumping there. Very close, and Dupree gonna come in for the kill on one. Scout in hand. Neo wins that fight regardless. 2 shots being hit. That's not easy at all. Carrigan running into the Molotov, not in a good corner. He's still burning. Has to run through the smoke and hide inside it. He's gonna come right into the face of Bialy, and there's the shot. And should win the round for TSM. Device gonna be taking down Neo, and it's all on Snacks and Taz. 2v4 at the moment. They're trying to stay alive and fight back here. They've got the time, but they've also been found out. And all of TSM have shown up for this A bomb side. They might maybe even run back at this point in time, but they're going to stand and fight, and Taz will take the face off Sipnix. It's all on Snacks, and he gets a kill, and nothing more than that. 10-5. So TSM, I mean, what do you think about this? Did they manage to adjust in time? Are they still competitive here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely still competitive. They had a great adjustment, and part of it was once Virtus.pro started going towards that A site, you can just see how tough it is to crack that on TSM. That's where their defense is much, much stronger. When they're pushed up towards bathroom, they make you fight for every inch in that area of the map, and then they can just fall back into the site once they feel the pressure too much. And
now there could be someone out there saying, well, that push for VP on the B bomb side, it worked, 3 times. Why didn't they keep going? Why couldn't they just do that every round?
I'm not actually sure. It was so successful, and I mean, TSM never really stopped it. I think it just got to the point where once they tried something, they tried to switch it up, they tried to catch TSM off guard, and they lost a lot of that economy. They just never felt comfortable going back to it with the buys that they had for the rest of the half.
I'm wondering if it's possible that VP sort of mind gamed themselves and said, surely now they must have an answer, so let's not throw away around to whatever they've come up with, let's just try and change before that. Either way, 10-5 means it's pretty much anybody's game. This pistol round, though, is going to be important. TSM, they won the pistol round of the first half. They did lose the second round, but sort of brought it back anyway here. And it's Pasha's turn to open up and doing some good damage. Snacks is going to go down. Dupree actually saw that coming. It's very impressive. And Pasha in an awful position. Going to go down. Neo with a very important refrag, and they need this round, VP. Maybe such a solid start to the second half if they could pick it up. Neo still lurking out and about. He's not going to go back and play defensive. He's going to wait for it and looking for an opening. Not going to get it on Cajun, who's not really sure where he got shot from. Neo, this might be suicide. He's walking in amongst the whole TSM team. He picks up one and then he goes down. And I'm wondering if that was worth it. Now Bialy and Taz are left.
Yeah, 45 seconds left. Still a lot of options open to TSM, but they're going to put pressure. Actually, no, they just show themselves, fire a few shots, and they're going to fall back towards B. They forced the rotation as well. That B site is wide open. And no one from Virtus.pro is moving out of that A site. This is basically a free plant and a lot of time to just run down the bomb timer.
Oh, Bialy is still in the sniper spot, and he actually gets the shot on Cajun B, so very, very good call from him personally to just stick around and see if he can get that shot. That means it's a 2v2 bomb only just going down. There is a kit on Taz, and he might be alone. He will be alone. Sipnix picking up the shot, and Taz now has to do it all on his own. He's walking in a crossfire, trying to look either way. He's going to sit and just stick it. They can't stop him. Taz, he's on the bomb. He's going to give it up, and Sipnix is coming for him. Taz out of bullets as well. He goes down to Device. Moses, would he have made that defuse?
I have no idea, but it was worth the shot. You got to think at this level, those two players in those kind of positions are going to play that perfectly. I mean, you're not going to win that, so you might as well just stick it and see what happens. He was so incredibly close. Once you get down to that 2 seconds, just go for it.
I mean, we could see that one of the TSM members was flanking around the bomb site. Obviously, Taz had no way of knowing it. I wonder if he couldn't have made it. That was scary. That's going to put it at 11-5. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is TSM's map pick. So, I mean, VP, they obviously want to win as much as they can, but they know that Train is coming up as well. So I don't think they're going to be completely broken, even if they end up losing here. But it's definitely not set and done. It's Armor Pistol and the single scout on Neo, and Snacks moving close here. Deagle headshot, and another one there from C-Set75 on Dupree to take him down now. 5-3, and a very good round here for VP so far.
Yeah, this is brutal. Once again, just some one-on-one duels being found in one, and there's some nice damage with the scout. Now he can just jump up. Oh, Kerrigan punishes it. Nicely done with the Galil. But still, such a tough spot. And Pasha, I mean, they're all flanking. They're all coming from behind. This is going to be very tough for them to deal with. TSM, such low HP as well.
Yeah, they've got no more grenades. They can't buy any time. They have to fight them, and one bullet is pretty much going to kill Sipnix. And there it is, Kerrigan all alone. He's got that Galil in hand. They've got 3 smokes to block him off with as well. No defuse kits, but still should be possible. There's the one shot on Pasha. He's shooting through the smoke. Kerrigan actually buying a lot of time here, and he ends up dropping anyway. There's Taz with the shot, and I think there's going to be enough time. Should be enough time here.
Very smart by Virtus.pro.
Oh.
Oh, no. No, he's going to get it.
Yeah, he should. He should. Oh, it's very close. So VP going to win the round back. Just like on the first half here, it's back and forth 11-6, and I think that brings it right back. Now we've got a very open game on our hands. Yeah,
that was so smart by Virtus.pro with those 3 smokes. They drop all the smokes onto the bomb, but none of them actually stick it. So Kerrigan was dedicated, thinking one might have been on it, just spraying through the smoke, hoping it kills the diffuser, but there wasn't one. So they just swing around the edges of the smoke, and they're able to take him out.
But what we also saw is that if Kerrigan had managed to delay somehow another half a second, that could have been the round. So yeah, it was down to the wire there. Snacks doing some damage and falling back. It's Tech9 armor for the Danish side, and they're going to try and hit that B bomb side. They've already experienced what it's like. Now they're going to try and give it back. Device with a kill, but looking a lot better for VP here, switching to the rifle, and Neo not going to be able to prevent the plant, but he's looking for a shot on somebody, and at the very least he's staying alive, which is something that TSM didn't manage to do so well. And this means the retake is very likely. They've got the man advantage, they've got a lot of equipment here, and the bomb hasn't ticked for that long either. Sipnix in the back lines here with the Tech9 looking for a shot, but too many people coming at him. Cajun gets a kill, but he goes down, and Device is gonna fall. So Neo with a nice triple clean up there. And VP, I mean, they were under a lot of pressure, but they managed to keep their cool.
Yeah, that second round is going to help them out massively. Like you said, that pistol round for them was so crucial in losing it. If they hadn't won that second round, you can just see how much of a hole they'd be in right now. But a good retake, and now they've forced a full save out of TSM.
18 kills on Kerrigan, 17 on Device, and then when the other team, we got to Snacks, still continuing from yesterday to play really well. Virtus.pro, I mean, they're within striking distance right now. There's a 4-round difference between these two teams, and TSM actually have brought up sort of once again, which is a bit surprising, I feel like.
Yeah, and it's not all of them, but that's a nice dink on Snacks. But now he's got to fall back, but Pasha doing the damage to Zippix. I mean, they're going to push him even forward. They're trying to swarm him, and KJB takes him down. And now Snacks is in a tough spot, so he falls. And even Neil getting caught out. Just a little bit of nade kill, but traded off by Device. So all of a sudden, looking very good for TSM moving into the site.
Wow, I was questioning it, but it's working out. Taz going to go down as well, and it's all on Bayali. He's going to have to come up with an epic clutch this time around. And he's got no grenades for it, just has to take fights. And if TSM don't give him any easy fights, then how on earth is he gonna find them? Already he's boxed in, and he has to just try and gun his way out, looking for the shot, screwing a lot of damage in on Device and Cajun so far. But Kerrigan and Device, they're gonna be able to finish that round. It will be 12-7. That was just so much speed on TSM's side.
Right, and a little bit uncoordinated. So much damage on the Snacks. Him and Pasha weren't coordinated in how they wanted to fall back. Neither of them really committed to falling back or fighting, and they got caught out in the open in bathrooms. So once they fell, the bathroom or the bomb site was just soon to follow. Either way, that's a really clever decision to buy there by TSM because they didn't commit too much to it. It was only 3 players with armor, but all had Tech 9s. And they had about $2,500 left in their bank after that purchase. So either way, in this round, they would have been able to buy no matter what had occurred.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, I was wondering if they were going to try and save for a big orb to try and find a pick on. There's some terrorist team on this map that like doing it, but They obviously had it figured out just right, and they walk into the B bomb site on this round completely unopposed, as Virtus.pro was pushing on the other side of the map as a stack of 5, which is something we don't see very often.
No, it's not, but fortunately TSM, I mean, they know they didn't really have anyone watching that flank or that push up towards Fountain, so they just get aggressive onto that B site. They make sure they don't take too long to aggress into it. Now they've got the bomb planted. All they have to worry about is their escape route. And it looks like as a team, they're going to exit back towards CT spawn. There's 2 Virtus.pro members there, but with all the rifles of TSM, they should be able to get away relatively for free, except Taz drops down, doesn't even use the ladder, just a little bit of a Batman.
Actually, that's Spider-Man, which is Taz's favorite superhero.
Is it?
Yeah. 13, that's important trivia right there. That's why we're here, Moses.
He doesn't strike me as a Spider-Man kind of a guy.
Ask him about it. Ask him about it. If someone did some photoshops with Taz as Spider-Man, he would make him very happy. 13-7, 6-round difference. TSM another 3 rounds away from taking the first map, but fear not, it's a best of 5. There's a lot to come. Device trying to sneak on in, and on just no announcement, no grenades, just walks in, gets the headshot. Bialy's gone. The next in line might be Taz. He's got no cover except for that smoke, and it's not enough. He's gonna go down. Neo, did he get a chance here? Molotov is up, and they've got a couple of more grenades here on the TSM side. I'm wondering if VP should even fight this.
No, they have no kits. This is a safe call immediately. You can see none of them even moving forward into that B bomb site. What a play from TSM. That's just putting faith in your star player and Device and just saying, go get us a kill. You do whatever you want. Where do you think you can find a kill? He walks out Monster and just eliminates Virtus.pro member off the map.
So very often when you take a peek, we spend a lot of time talking about pop flashes, and rightly so, and someone from his team could have easily thrown him a flashbang to get in there, but they do nothing. He just walks in naked, as we sometimes say. What's up with that? How does that work from Device's point of view?
I mean, that's kind of just catching him off guard, and you can see he didn't commit too much to a fight. He was taking angles, you know, watching for those toxic barrels, watching for that ramp where it's all headshot angles. So, I mean, both of those players, all they can really do to win that fight is hit in the head, and Device just takes it. So it's a very good fight to take at times. I mean, it's a 50-50 battle a little bit, and he caught the Virtus.pro player off guard, so you can't rely on it every single round because you're gonna end up getting punished by it, but it's a very good tool to just break out at one moment to catch him off guard like they did last round.
Oh, Cajun winning the fight against Snacks early on, and we saw a little bit of a pop flash going over from Karrigan, actually being thrown from outside almost the T spawn, just to slow anyone down if anyone from the VP side was pushing aggressive. So that also, I think, is evidence of some of the work that TSM have been putting in on this map. They know a lot of tiny tricks there. Now that they've lost a man though to a VP, I mean, what could they do to bring it back here?
This is going to be tough because they're not aggressive on the map. So minutes left, and you look at how close TSM in. This execute's coming in right now. That Molotov's perfect though. Pasha, they line up and he mows him down.
Oh, what a nice triple. It couldn't have gone better. Device and Cajun are left, and they've got to be a little bit shocked here. That's the kind of thing where you just need to cool your team down a little bit and say, it's fine, we're still far ahead. Don't worry, we can bring it back. But you know that could have been one of the crucial triples there. Cajun hoping that someone's going to make a mistake and come and peek him because he's got that AWP. Smoke is going to block him off. Device still close to the site. 35 seconds. They could rotate back because all of VP are pretty much here. Sure that it's going to be an A push eventually. Device sneaking on in, not going to get any kind of flick. There are so many angles. He gets the one, and no one else is peeking. VP very patient, and Taz going to pick up the kill. Cajun misses one, and they're moving closer. He gets another one. It's too late. Bialy will find him, and VP, what a crucial round there.
Yeah, huge play from Pasha. We mentioned before this match that he was kind of the one yesterday who was a little bit quiet on the team, but there bails them out of a tough spot because unlike TSM, Virtus.pro wasn't guarding that bathroom. They weren't taking map control over in that area, so TSM had a lot of space to work with, especially once they got that opening kill. But I mean, that execution was going to be deadly if Pasha doesn't have the right timing with that Molotov and peek.
Yeah, otherwise the best he could probably do is trade 1 for 1, and then they lose the bomb side almost immediately. So a lot of good stuff happening that round. He's going to put it at 14-8. AWP on Neo, which is something that maybe we haven't talked enough about. We did yesterday because he's been terrific with it, but I can see how this could be the way for a comeback for VP if Neo starts waking up with that ult.
Right, if he can get a kill from far back at the say bomb site. But look at this stack. I mean, this is once again they're lined up. That's a little bit dangerous, but they're just looking to pick one person off who's coming up from the stairs and then falling back. But no one from TSM's really there to give them what they want.
And a bit of an off angle as well, not a position you'd expect anyone to be in, and Device is going to go down just because of it. Snacks with the frag there. I mean, the way the device was walking in earlier in B, you'd be checking angles. That's not an angle you'd ever look at. Now they're going to go for the B-bomb site, and Taz and Viali, great defense put up. Virtus.pro shutting down TSM. Cajun, all he could do right now is economic damage, but he's not going to get a chance. Viali, third kill of the round for himself, and we're going to be at 14-9. That's just VP. They're not really exactly sleeping right now.
No, and that's a great play that's a great defense by Taz and Bialy, working together so well. As soon as, Bialy makes first contact, but Taz is there to swing immediately as soon as he shoots. And then they eliminate that half of the attack, and they can both swivel and just look up towards short, towards players coming from sandbag.
And we were wondering on the first half what TSM could have done to hold that B-bomb site. More device with a great opening. Neo, he'd shown up at the party, you know, the balloon animals are there and everything else, and all he got was an AWP shot to the face, and that's a horrifying start.
Yeah, that's tough, especially because we were just talking about, you know, that AWP can do wonders for Virtus.pro, and now, Snax salvages it, and he's grabbed the angle. There's so many clever angles here for an AWPer in bathrooms, and TSM just trying to bait out that shot, but it's not coming, so Virtus.pro or Snax feels a little bit nervous, just falls away to take the range battles.
And there he is next to the bench, beer on the table. It could have been that he just had a really great night, but that's not how it works. Not this time.
That was Neo's beer on the table. It's been taken from him.
TSM have moved on in the meantime. They're not sticking around, they're moving up, sort of pinchering in this A-bomb site. Snax, open hand. We've actually seen Snax AWPing before, and he's not too bad at it. There's the opening to drop Sipnix. That's gonna bring it back. 35 seconds left, and TSM, can they actually execute on this site? Smokes are raining in, but counter smokes are coming out. Pasha's going to play the edge of it. This is some VP stuff. This is really scary. If this works out, it's going to be miraculous. Snack's going to miss a shot. Pasha's still hiding right at the edge. They don't know where he is. The bomb is being down. Oh, Pasha, he only gets the one kill. Still no bomb plant. 14 seconds. Snacks to drop, and Bialy, he's not close enough to stop it. It will be a bomb plant with just 9 seconds left. And Bialy, he's been in this 1v3 before. Last time he couldn't make it. This time it's not going to be any easier. They know where he is and they're moving close. He's going to try and fight for it anyway. He's got the confidence, no doubt, but Cajun will take him out. It's going to be a triple kill, and that will bring it to 15-9. Map point for TSM.
Yeah, what a round from Cajun. That was such a highly contested take onto that bomb site. 3 members of Virtus.pro there. Cajun grabs 2 of them, finds Pasha, and then he takes out the, I believe he took out the AWPer, who was Snax, who was over by Bank. But you don't get those kills and you start getting that plant down. If Pasha's able to kill the planter and just delay for time, then all of a sudden Bialy's not in a 1-on-3. He's part of the retake at that point. He's part of the defense.
Neo, I don't think he was realizing, but there's someone to the right here. That could be a little bit scary if they get the right angle, but he's still going to win that fight and take down Sipnix. And that will be opening frag, follow-up kill, as it were, happens for Neo. Double for him. He's down to 1 health, but doing a great job so far, bringing it back. Pasha also taking down Dupree. It looks like VP are winning this round. Frag for frag. It's just device left, and he's got no way out, surely. Yeah,
it's Virtus.pro taking control of the map and just saying we're going to fight for every inch now. So they switch things up. They're not playing as passive early on, and they get some of the early kills. Alleviates a lot of pressure. Now Device, there's just too much for him to do, except for maybe grab a couple kills, but Pasha's not even going to let him do that. So really well done. I mean, that's the switch. Virtus.pro made that switch in the first half, and it kind of didn't work for him, and now they pull something out and they get aggressive and they eliminate TSM before they get anywhere near a bomb site.
Moses, if you look at the money for TSM, what's the forecast like? What are the chances we'll get an overtime here?
If TSM, I mean, this is basically going to be a full save, but yeah, this is, it could get scary because this could get Virtus.pro up to about 12 rounds. Next round, if they choose to buy, a couple members are going to be a little bit light. So there's a good shot for Virtus.pro here to close the gap a little bit.
Oh, look at this. Pasha, that's actually keeping his cool a lot. He got dinked immediately and he just took his time, aimed, and got the kill. That's a triple for Pasha. He's really stepping it up here. 15-11, another 4 rounds, and we're going to be looking for overtime. I feel like it's on the horizon now. Like VP, they can see it in the distance, that overtime. Yeah, they can see the light at the end of the tunnel here. Especially, I mean, this is what I'm talking about, this buyout of TSM. Only 2 members really with any full utility. Actually, Kerrigan even decided to go with the Tech 9 just so he can have a couple flashbangs to work with. And one of the Molotovs already worked. I was going to ask you if that was an indication of which bomb site they might try and hit, but they've already used one of them. See if they can take some map control away from VP, and I mean, they've set up some great A executes so far, so they might just try and do it again. Yeah, it looks like they slowly, 2 players working up long. They're going to see what they can find. And now Pasha pushed up here solo, but now he's got Snax rotated over to help him out right at that corner. Throw a pop flash, whatever it might be. He's got Neo here. I'm not a bigger fan of this position. This is something that Cloud9 used to do a lot, and I kept criticizing him for it. Neo gonna miss the flick Pasha. He has to get at least 1 and preferably 2 kills, and he catches the perfect timing, but it's only gonna be the trade. And I'm not sure that's worth it. I think what you said is exactly what I wanted to see happen. I want to see the pop flash in. Without it, it's such a big gamble.
Yeah, without it, that's just basically a bait and switch setup. So the op just giving the indication that maybe they're no one close, and Neo, that's a nice shot on Dupree. So that buys him a little bit of time, and now he can push forward and he can be aggressive with Snacks over towards Bathroom.
And I don't think they're going to check for Snacks here. It's very unlikely because they've already found 2 players on this bomb side. Snacks close and he's giving up his position. Sipnik's not fighting. He's waiting for Cajun, but Snacks wins the fight and almost gets Sipnik's as well. What a turnaround. And now it's a 2v3. Are they going to realize here? They won't realize. Carrigan is right behind them and he's sneaking into the bomb side. It's going to be a plant. And this could be for the map. Taz pushing up. He sprays down 1, but Carrigan is close. He's been playing out of his mind on this map. He's got the double. He's looking for the triple. Bayali showing up from the B-bomb side, and he's going to go down. Bayali will win it, and it's going to be 15-12. Great stuff here from the VP side. It was very scary for a moment there.
Yeah, I mean, this is Bialy just showing up in clutch rounds like he's been doing all tournament for VP, so he bails him out there. That was actually really clever. One thing that Zipnix did, you said he wasn't going to check for Snacks, but he didn't really check. He just kind of swung his shoulder out, just gave the little indication, and as soon as Snacks shot, I mean, they knew exactly where he was, and that was just Zipnix trying to buy time, let his teammate wrap around. Now Snacks just swings his gun around and hits that beautiful shot, but that was great play from TSM to get to even like neutralize him for a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, because it was the perfect team play between Sipnix and Cajun, and Snacks just said, I don't really care what you're doing. I'm still just going to get this kill. If you got Sipnix as well, that would have been like a tournament highlight pretty much. AWP on Neo once again, another 3 rounds for VP, and they are going to be in overtime. And it's not really a full round here for TSM. And they got armor and pistols, but not a lot else. They're going to go very quick here. I love this Molotov from Pasha. Just burning up the one side they line up. He's going to get all 3 pistols out for the 4th. Not going to get it this time. Snacks is close, and he will clean up the round. So no issue at all. It's getting very close now. Yeah, now it really is, especially without a bomb plant in that round. But this is going to be a good buy for TSM because they've built up some of that losing bonus. It's 4 straight rounds for VP. Like you pointed out that Molotov, because that was perfect from Pasha. It basically blocks one avenue on that Eco round where those Tech-9s get really scary is when they get close and they're coming at you from multiple angles, and that's exactly what that Molotov is designed to prevent. Oh, Snacks trying for a smoke, and it does land to block off one. It's actually possible to throw one that's even further up, but I still love it. It's cool, very cool. Gonna block off a large part of the map. Neo with the opening frag. Are they really gonna try and push through? Dupree coming in on short, but there's one more man here, and it's Bayali. He's gonna take one, and that's all he gets. Sipnix will take him out, and now we're in a 3v3. This could be the round for TSM. Bomb is gonna go down. That grenade won't kill anyone. Sipnix very low on health, but still being super effective. And look at this, Pasha is miles away. Neo has to get some kills, but he won't. Cajun shuts him down, and now it's all on Pasha. He's been found out as well. He opens up with a kill, but there's not a lot of time. He has to go very quick, and they have 2 Molotovs. They just used 1. Pasha running in here, and TSM, they should win this round, but Pasha, he's so fast coming out. No, it's not enough. Sipnix will drop him the triple, and TSM take over pass.
Great last round for TSM coming into that bomb site. Dupree gets a crucial entry, but you said it, that retake was so far away. Pasha almost makes it happen though, because he just knows he's got to go straight at the TSM players. He had to find them, but still.
If he had anything but a grenade out, then maybe even a knife he could have